when you're out there and guys are tossing you, you're the focus of that offensive scheme with those linemen, and they know you're injured. It's like blood in the water to a shark. They're trying to take you out. He did the best that he could. He had a lot of passion for the game. There's no shame. And they say there's no crying in baseball. Well, there's somebody who really never played the game.
All you want at the end of the year is an opportunity to compete healthy, or as healthy as you can possibly be at the end. And it's unfortunate timing. You put so much into it. You can see the summit. You're almost there. He was there once. They held New England 13.
Yeah. Praise God.
I see you.
Don't do it, y'all. Let's be in the blue room.
And a black, which was probably charcoal. This probably dates to about the 1830s or 40s. The second piece,
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good over here.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody, I saw Marie Carter. Hey, Carter. Hey, Miss Kyle, you better do it. What's up? John New, I see you, brother. Hey, who is it? I don't know.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate you. Welcome to Out with the Old and In with the New as we start this new year with our first Zoom of 2021. Before I had the show letting you know some of the upcoming things we got going on in the new year, I'll run that back to you in a little while. We still got people signing in, so if I look a little distracted, it's because I'm joining people as we talk, but I'm glad to have you. I want to introduce my teammate for tonight. He's standing by to help me with Out with the Old, In with the New. Then he just disappeared on me. Oh, there you go, there you go, there you go. Come on in, bruh.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Wah, let's go.
Oh, y'all ready already, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, everybody. I'm William Washington. I'll be helping tonight, co-host this exciting show. I'm gonna give you two selections if Mr. Speaker's ready.
Just one second, because we
Yes.
still got people
Okay.
signing in, and I'm gonna
All
launch
right.
you in just a second. I want to tell everybody what the format is. Okay, so what we're doing tonight, it's a laid back and relaxed type atmosphere. Okay, so just relax yourself, listen to these features of these individuals we got coming up to spit for you. They're gonna knock it down. Okay, what we're gonna do is give you some entertainment for a little while. So I have a lineup of professional poets, presenters, singers, musicians, people who are gonna put it down. And once they do their thing, we will then come back later on this after they finish and have an open mic. So if you're not on the list and you feel so inspired, Diva on Wheels, if you feel so inspired to speak, I got you. See, all these people, we like family. We gonna I got you. So what we're saying is we're gonna enjoy ourselves tonight. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna try to provide some energy to the speakers. The first speaker tonight is gonna be Mr. William Washington, Wawa Washington. He's gonna go first, but before he goes, let me give you how it's gonna flow. When the speaker speaks, we listen. When the speaker finishes, we try to give them some appreciation and some love, some feedback, some encouragement for what they just delivered to us. Okay, if you are excited about something they said, put that in the chat. You can go line for line with them in the chat saying, oh, what you thought was great, what they said, or you can try to make contact with them if you want to hear more. Just about all the poets you're going to hear from tonight have other things that they are selling as well as it pertains to CDs, books, and just other type shirts. You never know what they might have. So these are starving artists, and we're trying to provide a platform for them to get their word out, keep you at home safe while we do this. So you're at home safe, very entertaining, everybody's happy. All right. That being said, I still got people signing in. It's going to be a great night. I want y'all just to sit back and relax because I got all the way from New York City, I got a professional poet. This dude, he knows how to do it. He's also my co-host for tonight. Please sit back and just listen and relax to this brother who's been spitting poetry for a long time. I think he started writing poetry on them rocks that Noah had when he came down off the mountain. But this is my voice, my good friend, Mr. William Wawa Washington. So sit back and let him thrill you with his words. Go in, WW.
Out with the old. I loved her for too long, she was my life. Only to find out that she never loved me, she was my wife. And as I sat on that park bench on 103rd Street and 2nd Avenue, watching my children play with a suicide pill in my hand, I asked God for a little more time. And when I opened my eyes, I realized I was walking out that park still alive. Looked down at my watch and saw that 2 minutes had elapsed. It was 2 minutes that saved my life. But do you know in 2 minutes I could stop a nosebleed? In 2 minutes I could tell you my life's history? Within the first 2 minutes of conversation, I could make a woman fall in love with me. But because of premature ejaculation, you see, in 2 minutes I came and she's in the kitchen making me a ham sandwich with American cheese. In 2 minutes I could recite the alphabet frontwards and backwards, starting with the letter G. HIJKLMNOPQRCUVWXYZ CY blah 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 and G, you see. Give a dying man 2 minutes to tell his family, don't cry for me. Give a dying man 2 minutes to relive his life history. Give a gambler 2 minutes to change his luck. To change his bet from 7 black to let it ride on the 11 red. Give a murderer 2 minutes, someone may be alive and not dead. If Trayvon Martin had 2 minutes more, he'd be alive today, eating Skittles and enjoying another day to run into play. But Trayvon didn't get 2 minutes, and now rest in peace, he's dead. If Mike Tyson had 2 minutes, his big ass tattoo on the side of his head. Give me 2 minutes to say I'm sorry. Give me 2 minutes to say I miss you. Give me 2 minutes to say I love you. Give me 2 minutes to believe. Give me 2 minutes to achieve. Give me 2 minutes to perform the NFL football 2-minute drill. Give me 2 minutes to swallow the suicide pill. My time is up. So whatever I didn't say or do, I will say or do never more unless my God gives me 2 minutes. Please, Father God, 2 minutes more. Now that my God has given me 2 minutes to think my life over, to laugh, to cry, because he's given me 2 minutes, I am here at Mr. Speaker's, out with the old and in with the new. I'm alive. Thank you, Father, for 2 minutes. 2 minutes more. In with the new. We say we too black to be racist. That racism is an optical illusion, a frenzied state of mind unless you're of the Caucasian kind. I say, I don't know karate, but I know Crazy. I know Crazy. I know she's so beautiful, she should have my babies. So they gave us 45 and coronavirus to eradicate the ebonies, while the middle class, the lower class ivories were deemed the necessary casualty of war. In the early 1980s, Reaganese philosophy of autocracy. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Hey, Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. I am more than the length of my hair. I am black. I am gold. I am silver. I am platinum. I am bold. So don't bother me when I scream, fuck America and fuck her red, white, and blue. Fuck George, Ronald, and Donald too. Fuck the cop who kills for game. Fuck the employer who hires pending one's last name. Fuck the man who beats a woman. Fuck anyone who abuses a child. I heard you can cure coronavirus if you smoke a black and mild. Okay, I made that up. But my spoken word is certified, so niggas don't plagiarize. Sorry, I digress. But I would fuck it all if I could just be politically incorrect. I'm Wawa Washington. I'm your host, and happy belated Martin Luther King birthday. Dr. King, yes. All right.
So unmute yourselves and give Mr. Wawa Washington a round of applause, snap, say whatever.
Okay.
Let him know
Yes,
you
sir.
appreciate
Yes, sir. That's my friend.
Oh, hey, I see you. All right. Wow, looking so beautiful. All right. Well, always. All right. Wow. Thank you.
She just had a birthday. She just had a birthday too with WW. So yes,
wow.
welcome. Thank you for opening.
Wait a minute. Wait. I don't want to get in trouble. Was that Kim B. Miller I saw?
Yes, that was Kim B. Miller.
Oh, my baby. Hello, dear. How are you? Yes. Happy belated birthday. Yes.
Thank you, love.
Yes.
Haiku queen.
Wow.
Yes, she did it.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so thank you all. Thank you. So maybe just a little more energy, just a little more energy to support the poets. That's all I'm asking for. You know, I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it's not that bad that you can't, you know, give a little more love to them. It's hard doing your poetry into a silent audience. So at least try to give them some feedback after the fact. Okay. So we had an issue with my number 2. They're going to come in a little while. She's closing out another event that she had to go to, but she is coming. So we're going to jump to the 757 area. And I'm gonna bring you a poet, a musician, an educator from Norfolk, Virginia. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So unmute your mics and give a little love as we bring in Sime.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Uh,
Yeah.
like you said, I'm a poet, musician, all of that stuff. I like words. So we're gonna get into some words. Yeah, I got 10 minutes, so I like to have fun with whatever I do first and foremost. I wrote this um before I had a car. I was waiting at the bus stop and attempting to write the best slam poem ever. And nothing was coming to me. And so this came up. And I just like starting off with this because it's funny to me. But it goes, I've been trying to write a song about 4 5 days, but I've been sitting here waiting all my life today. Cause I'm the type of dude like to stand in lane. But something comes around, it rains on my parade. Said it always rains in Norfolk. It always rains in Norfolk. It always rains in Norfolk at the most inconvenient time. I put the paper on the desk. It's about a week late. Background with my girl, period. Due on the same date. Don't want to tell her mom it's a year till she graduate. Her envelope ain't came. I'm saying ain't never late. 9 to 5 ain't moving. Boss on me for 7 straight. 16 ain't moving. I can't even cop an 8. I don't even smoke no more. I'm hungry enough to move the plate. Meaning for what I'm dreaming, stop writing, I get the shakes. My bus driver passed my English professor did. The pain and transition, the hurt to keep me driven. The sense of ambition, battle fiction, the fender kitchen. Like who sitting, what happened about the pissing. My shorty said a mixtape ain't gonna pay the bills. Rhyming the Kool-Aid, I'm fighting to say it will. Looking like it won't, loud voices and sore throats. I'm looking up to God like Lord is the joke. Cause I've been trying to write a song about 4 5 days. I'm just sitting here waiting on my life to change. Cause I'm the type of dude that like to stay in his lane. But something comes around and rains on my parade. Cause it always rains in Norfolk. It always rains in Norfolk. It always rains in Norfolk at the most inconvenient time. Said it always rains in Norfolk, in Norfolk, in Norfolk, in Norfolk. I met Jesus in a laundromat. He was pulling my clothes out the machine. It had obviously been a while since he had on something clean. The clothes he wore was so worn that the South Pole on his shirt had turned north. This was the closest thing to Christmas since Jesus was born, but this is the closest thing to Christmas since Jesus was born, but your average obese Caucasian male would not be dressed in jolly reds. Instead, police blues. He will be disgusted by Jesus's presence on park benches instead of leaving a present under the tree where Jesus could get it. See, Santa Claus don't exist where Jesus lives, but he was still gifted a shirt out the machine that was 2 sizes too big. It reminded me of my sin, all because anyone else would have been swallowed in, but he wore it like it was perfectly tailored for him. And his jeans, they were tattered with holes at the knees. It wasn't fashion. They were fashioned by him calling for his father. If at all possible, please take this cup from me. It's my only hope for change, and I thirst for change. And it finally seemed that the jeans had counteracted his jeans. It seemed like it seemed like it counteracted his genes, the poverty passed down from generation to generation. It seemed like the God of Adam, the God of Abram, the God of David, the God of Jacob, the God he thought had forsaken him, had finally took the time to sew him into the seam of the genes that they got out the machines, but they stopped him, looking him up and down with crucifixion on their faces, cross expressions, all because it looked like the clothes weren't his. I said, stop, wait, they are mine. Can you please let him live? You crucified him once. Can you not do this again? This is salvation in the flesh. He died so we can live. So a little of myself is the least that I can give. I looked at Jesus and I said, take what you want. And if you're hungry, let's break bread. And the wine on his breath was just evidence of his blood shed. But they were so focused on his communion, they forgot his communication. They said, this is no king. He's just a drunk. He's just dirty and he's lazy. He'll never change. To 10,000 years, 2,000 years ago, a king was born in the most meager of conditions. It could happen again. But I've been trying to write a song for about 4 or 5 days, and I'm just sitting here waiting on my life to change. That I've been writing, trying to write. I've been trying to write. I've been trying to write. Because poems are like Novocaine, numbing pain into edible, easily digestible 3-minute pieces. But real pain is not a pill that easy to swallow. See, real pain gets lodged in your throat like choking on your own tongue, so you can't even call for help. It's like dry heaving on yourself, because it feels like more of you is supposed to come out, but nothing ever actually comes out. See, this is a false alarm for death, because pain is only a drill, because now you know what it feels like to have your heart stop, because poems press pause on the pain, but pain presses play on reality. But sometimes poems just feel like cares, letting everyone in the room know something is broken while attempting to protect all the fragile pieces. See, everyone wants to sign the cast, but no one ever checks to see if the bone is setting right. People will ask you when the cast is coming off, but no one will ever ask if it still hurts. People ask you to perform the poem, but no one ever asks if it still hurts. People ask how you got the cast. People ask why you wrote the poem. Both are just exposition to an entertaining story, but sometimes poems are like band-aids, because writing doesn't actually help anything. It just feels better than doing nothing. See, band-aids don't heal wounds. We just use them to cover scars, flaws. So I put a poem what I can't talk about. I put a poem what I still cry about. I put a poem what I argue with God about. I put a poem what my brain can't comprehend. Because if I was really focused on a solution, I'd write a poem that feels like medicine. Addressing an issue would lead to redressing a bandage. Identifying a problem would lead to prescribing a poem, performing it on stage for 3 to 4 weeks in 3-minute doses. And if my pain still persists, if this pain still persists, hopefully yours doesn't. Because we poets are not patients. We are doctors who just happen to self-medicate sometimes. Because I've been trying to write a song for about 4 or 5 days, but I've been sitting here waiting on my life to change. Cause I'm the type of dude that like to stay in his lane, but something comes around and rains on my parade. Like, I met this girl, and she was a wordsmith. She uses words with the same ease that God waves his hands and trees begin to reach for their roots. She has a type of intelligence that makes arguments appealing, teasing each one of my taste buds with the thought of her tongue tickling the roof of her mouth. That sound made me forget the line before this one. She confuses me. I'm just saying her poetry is like Def Jam on buttered toast with a glass of orange juice and a Flintstone vitamin. I'm just trying to say a dose of her in my day gets me ready for everything. She can get busy. I mean, her many hats draw her attention away from where I want it, but sometimes her hats match my hats, and sometimes our lives intertwine like the lines on a plaid shirt in our meetings, or sometimes eating, other times just eating time. We met studying with a mutual friend named God, no facade, just testimony lodged in natural conversation. I asked, I wondered, I prayed if this semicircle connecting both of my earlobes was okay, because she makes me smile like seeing a box of cheeses after I haven't eaten all day. She loves my corny sense of humor. So she laughs, and the first time in a while I smile, and it feels like every problem in the world can be plucked like the feathers of a bird. The letters of her words curve and contour these images. Her body is just the right amount of everything, and in her face, the thoughts of stars hidden behind the rose, and her glasses just a matter of her acceptance of her imperfections, what makes it that much more perfect for me. And her hat sitting atop her head is as if to cap off her beauty so it does not spill off into this tainted world. I ask that you allow me to keep it so that you'll know that you're always on my mind. All right, do I got time for one more? I don't know how much we good? All right. Last one, because we talking out with the old and with the new. This is always my out with the old and with the new poem. I was asked to write down my short and long-term goals and order them in lists of importance. Long-term goals. 1, become a better teacher. Create the history of tomorrow with the minds of today. 2, preach boldly. God is good all the time, period. Full stop. 3, become a better husband and father. I wonder if my love is infinite enough or if my footprints are deep enough to follow. 4, become a better poet. Short-term goals. 1, live until tomorrow. 2, stop feeling guilty when passing liquor stores. Those bottles, they don't miss you. They just like you. They just miss having someone to pour their feelings out to. 3, stop calling exes. 4, stop texting exes. 5, stop following exes, thinking expletives when they post happy pictures on social media. They're not better off without you. They're just better off being themselves. 6, be yourself. 7, clean your room. 8, live until 12. 9, remember God has forgiven you for every sin, and every human has the option to do likewise. 10, remember zombies eat brains and not souls. So once you die daily to the old, don't let what was once dead have access to your head. 11, forgive yourself for letting the zombies back in, for letting what was once dead have access to your head. It's okay, we all make mistakes. 12, live another hour. 1, buy groceries. 2, write a poem. 3, take that poem out the trash. 4, write a poem with a better ending. 5, take a shower. 6, take a break. 7, stop listening to people that say birthdays are one step closer to death, when in actuality, every step you take on the earth is making it forget that there was a moment you weren't here to begin with. 8, pray another prayer. 9, breathe another breath. 10, live until tomorrow. 11, live until tomorrow. 11, tomorrow's almost here. 11, tomorrow always comes. 11, stop waiting on tomorrow. 11:59, time waits for no man. 12, live until tomorrow. Again. Yo, thank you. I am Samay.
You better do it, Serenade. Let's go. Yeah.
That was cool.
Go. Get them on fire.
Unmute yourselves. Unmute yourselves.
Hey,
Man,
Woo. Wow.
I
Wow.
never.
Well, hey, Mr. Speaker, I just wanted to ask you, tell the young man that, I mean, he had me praise dancing and I can't dance. And I wanted to ask him, I wanted to ask you, brother, if you were pressed and had to be one of two things, either a singer or a poet, which one would you decide to be?
A poet, Lord.
Yes. You were great, man. You were amazing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're uplifting. You move mountains. I thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes.
That brother said, hold up. That brother, first off,
Run them lines back to me, the writer.
that was an anthem. The first one was an anthem to a starving artist. I love it. It's just like, I love that one. But hey, yes, stop following your exes, bro. That ain't where we going with that. Stop following them all together. You just blew my head off with that one. But yes, that was Serenade. He's out of Norfolk, Virginia. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming out, blowing the mic up, inspiring the people. All right. Woo. And that's how the show goes. And we're going to keep on rolling through this. Like I said before, if you are interested in speaking, text me and I'll get you on the open mic at the end. But right now, we're going all the way, not all the way, but we're going out west a little ways. You don't even need a passport to get to this part of Mexico. This is New Mexico. And I want to bring it.
Most people think you need a passport.
You don't need a passport yet, but nah. But since we're gonna bring in this lady has like the most energy of any poet I've ever met, and I know Jenna Main personally. So, but she still has as much, if not more, energy. She can write about anything. Is always ready to do some poetry. And she's leaving another open mic event just to come here and spit for me, and I appreciate her. So please show some love, put your hands together, unmute yourselves for Miss Marissa Prada.
There she goes.
Yes.
Right. The word is right.
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you for that wonderful introduction, Mr. Speaker. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple poems for you tonight. The first one I'm going to do is titled No More, and I'm going to give you a trigger warning for domestic violence. Here we go. And if you hear like laughing in the background, it's my kids, they're in the bath. So like, I try to settle them down. There's no settling this down tonight. I think it's because the Packers won and they're just celebrating. All right. All right, here we go. No more. He threw us out one night. Black winter night. Only a few months old, tight hold in my arms, tiny baby. No blanket, no coat, no hope. It would happen many times that year. I lived in fear. His voice, his face, to face the empty bottle rage. Poison poured venomous words at my expense, took bits of my mind each time. No one can help. No one will understand. I didn't even understand. He crippled me with insane claims that I was fat, I was used, I was ugly, I was nothing to no one. No one would ever want me, choose me, love me, because no one could love me now. Still, I stayed. I took a risk because he was sick. I tried so hard, but not the car wrecks, the police and handcuffs, the Al-Anon meetings or a week in jail, not the mental health treatments, addiction counselors, not his dad, my grandmother, not me, or even his daughter could shake him to get clean, to change, only go further down the rabbit hole. Mad Hatter, hater. I felt hate in my heart. Where had I gone? He came home again, stumbling, swaying, making his way to the bedroom. Baby in the bassinet, sweet, sleeping baby. I said, no, you cannot be here. Poison spilled from his mouth, but I had had enough. The mother in me took a stand and he took his hands around my neck. To the floor we went. Can't say where it came from. The courage, the rage, the fight inside myself that night, but he was not getting in, not getting to my baby. So as I fought his drunk ass back, I reached for my phone and called for help. Quickly, he left. Coward. I told the dispatcher he was gone. She said I was wrong. It was wrong. What happened is never okay. I needed to say where I was because if I didn't speak up, if I didn't rescue myself first, who would? So I told her my name and quickly they came. I learned I was not alone. This actually happens a lot to people I know. My own mother, in fact, when she was young. I had no idea I was such a baby in life. I spoke up, I got help, I was lucky. He had guns in that house, he had weapons in that house. I could have easily become a statistic, but I wanted to look my daughter in the eye and tell her I tried all that I could to help her dad. And although it is sad and no fault of her own, I did what I did because I love her so much. More than the whole world or my own life, but she could not grow up thinking this is how you treat people, how she should be treated. Violence, fear, intimidation, hurt, they are wrong. She deserves more, I deserved more. But at the end of the day, he would claim it was all my fault. Everyone else is to blame, and in his twisted addict brain, it all made sense. Then I found some sense, I found some hope. I stood up, I spoke up. No matter the pain, shame, people I lost, skeptics who thought I should do better, I should do more. Now, all these years later, I've found peace, released the past, second daughter, and happiness in this life. So even tonight, off this mic, come over and say, I need help. I need a way out.
Beautiful.
You better do it. This is how we treat people. You better say this stuff.
Woo!
Come on. Come on. Let's go. Huh? Let's go. I'm ready for the end of the poem. Damn, let's go.
See you.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Tears, man, tears.
All right, let me read you one more. And I'm so sorry that I can't share the whole evening with all of you because what I've heard so far sounds phenomenal. But my co-author is featuring tonight and I got to be there for her. There's no one else to do it. But I will be at more of Mr. Speaker's events for sure. All right, so this last one I'm going to do for you is titled 365. I'm going to give you a trigger warning for suicide. My best friend decided to take her own life in October of 2019, and this is the poem I wrote on the 1-year anniversary. 365 sunrises ago, I was driving to work at this exact time, 8:28 a.m., behind the city corner van. I remember it turned up your street, but really didn't think much of it then. Work was good. Lunch was good. Getting the kids from school was good. Didn't think much about how you hadn't called me back yet, or text me back yet, or laughed at that online post yet. Dinner came and went when my phone finally rang. Yep, that was the call we all fear. A call I knew before I knew you were gone. Crystal is dead, was all you said. Your voice rattled around my skull, breaking loose pieces of brain as I strained to breathe, buckled at the knees. I lost my body in disbelief. She took her own life, you eventually said. No, this cannot be right. She said this would never happen. Nausea navigated like a champion through my core as illness coursed through the living particles of my breath. I called your phone. Your voicemail voice chimed and I knew before I knew you were gone. No way had you used that gun. I'd asked you about that months ago. You said absolutely no, I could never do that. Maybe that drunken slice to your arm so many years ago now finally decided that deeper could dictate death, challenge God. But no one saw this coming. The pink-plated small caliber calling you home. Cold in your hand, full glass of vodka still on the nightstand as you loaded the one fingernail size, fuck you, I just want the pain to stop, bullet that founded your freedom, my beautiful friend. Even as I stood in your room, in the exact place your body fell, smell of death defied by the sage crackling in my hand, I felt comfort among your things. And why wasn't I here? Why didn't she call? Why didn't I take the gun away? Why didn't I do more? Why couldn't she have just stayed? Just one more day, I pleaded to God. What good was I if I couldn't even save her? I thought back then. When regret eroded smiles, denial swindled healing, and those relentless questions called to order a courtroom of judgmental self-loathing. Now, I see the sun will not cease its rise, as the current of time will ever press on. You have done what you have done to forge an imperfect path towards forgiveness, to leave us all realizing the temporary nature of our time here, to remember the pain with the pleasure, so that we may remember we are still here. We are still alive. We are still going to fight. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give a round of applause for Miss.
You better do it. You did all that. Come on.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes,
Thank
you
you
did.
for
Yes,
sharing that.
yes, you did.
Thank you for sharing that.
Listen,
Let me say.
so
Yeah, product.
yes.
That was amazing.
So let me say, she does have a lot of uplifting stuff, but today.
You better bring down the house. Come on.
Yeah.
Just feeling a certain kind of way today, I guess. But we see, hey, this is a great poem.
Hey, Mr. Speaker, I'm gonna say what you didn't want to say. Yeah, I was waiting for that pussy poem too. I was definitely waiting for it. You know.
I asked him what he wanted. So y'all just have to come and I'll read the pussy poem for you another time.
Yes. All right. We're gonna hold you to it. We're gonna hold you to it. That was wonderful.
That's a heavy swing for tonight. Let me.
Yes, man. Hey. But the elders need a pussy poem too. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Or a penis.
The ancestors. Yes, the ancestors. Yes.
Oh.
I do have both poems, yes. So you'll be fine.
Well, if you got a minute,
Good
give
job.
us the poem Mr. Washington is asking for.
Oh crap! Which poem does Mr. Washington want? Which
The
one? You want the
pussy
pussy poem?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Okay. Now there's two. There's technically two, but I think I know which one you're talking about. The fuck 2020.
I don't know. You did it last week on
let me-
one of these shows. I loved it.
I like that one.
All right. I'm pretty
Wednesday.
sure. I have a couple of them, so I'm pretty sure this is it. Is it the one that starts off, "I want to fuck your face"?
I believe so. Feel free. Feel free.
If it ain't, you might as well just do that one. You better do that shit. Fuck face. Come on.
Trigger warning for trigger.
Zoom got lit. Y'all ain't even know.
Oh, look at Mr. Speaker. He's like, this is a runaway train. I'll just do a
I
script.
saved for the occasion. Yes, I came for the
Got
occasion.
control right now.
Yes.
Okay, stand up here. Oh my God, yes. Okay, so trigger warning for horniness. Okay, so here we go. This is fuck 2020. I am here to fuck your face. Special delivery on the last day of 2020. I'm letting the pussy out of the playpen, for I wear this clit like a badge of honor. Don't need a father, need a man, so get to licking. This is a real clit, not a clip-on clit, not needing a strap-on dick, lap, and lick. Quick, this will never be. I got more hits, I got more rounds than me than Muhammad Ali. Shield, shower, yield, shiny power, man up all over me. Kevlar keepsake of cunt kisses, crying onion tears, smearing mascara, running down in dialect of dick meets pussy. So get hard, must dive right in. No Hail Mary hard-ons, bring your A game as if there's a score sheet at the end of it. Sticky, sweaty, heavy, messy, mess with me, mess me up. Tour de France style, faster, cycle, cheater, hot twat in here, sexy sauna, what? You need your mama? Keep going, don't stop, that's right. Revive the virginity of my vagina. Grab me so hard, I see your purple hand for days. Bite the beast inside me, drool and feast on me. Hell, I spoon feed you my orgasm. Tongue and cheek, plate in hand, lick the plate. Yep, that's it. Don't stop, salty sweet. I am what's for dinner. Pink pussy, purple pussy, dark pussy, just not the gross green pussy. I said lick you chicken shit lick. Keep going, that's right. Don't stop. Quick listener, cunt lover, suck the lonely from my lips. You will take me and you will love it. Fear is not an option. You can ice it later. This cum can't wait. It won't. It's calling for your face. You will lap me up some cream in your coffee. Suck me off. Keep going. That's right. Don't stop. Careful not to spill a drop. Drops of Jupiter drip from my rear as the squirt sinks into all parts of the sheet. So don't be scared. Just dare to be an explorer of dick meets destiny.
Oh,
Is that
you better.
Hey, brother.
That being said,
I love that poem too, but I'm kind of fond of Ode to the Pullout Method myself. But that was
you
good
like
too.
that? I wish so.
Oh,
All right, so Lily, let me know. Oh my God, let me know next time. I'll deal with the pullout method. Fuck him. I thought Moody was gonna have a heart attack when I read that. I seriously thought he was
that one was right up my alley. Oh, that first line.
Pullout method, yes.
You
Y'all will have
taught
to
me how to
catch that
love.
next time. So.
When you said you taught me how to love cum, that first line.
You taught me how to love cum, right? All right, so that's a teaser, Lily. You cannot tell them anymore about this. They gotta like come to an open mic or something. Come to an open mic, or next time Mr. Speaker has his open mic. Lily, make sure that you say, Marissa, I want the pull-out method, and I'll read pull-out method.
Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Right,
and yes, we have an erotic
guys.
show. We have an erotic show in March. Okay, so let's just this is out with the old and in with the new, but I guess a poetic interpretation could go anywhere with that. So
them babies are new when they get born, yes. All right, I see you guys all later. Love you all. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Miss Marissa Prada, all the way from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Turn up our mic, yes. All right. WW, see, you started that. Where you at?
Oh, no, I had to pick up my prostate. She made me drop it. So I had to tape it back on.
Look, you just took that whole thing to another level right there. All right.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come back to the Virginia area. We're going to come back to the Virginia area for a soulful artist who's going to put it down for us. Please unmute yourselves and welcome to the Serenades open mic, out with the old and with the new, Mr. Donald Hurdle.
Hey. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
That's pressure.
Hey, friend.
Can y'all hear that?
Oh, yeah.
We're all the same, also very different, divine by design, all intertwined. Ain't nothing new, but we're always changing, moving, still waters soft, yet so hard. What is love? What is it? What is love? What is it? Cool on the outside, hot in the middle. Cool on the outside, hot in the middle, but you ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize you ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize. Oh, one great big small thing like pollen in the sea breeze or a speck of dust in this vast universe. Ain't nothing new, always changing, moving, still water, soft, yet so hard. What is love? What is it? What is love? On the outside, hot in the middle. Cool on the outside, hot in the middle, but you ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize you ain't even gotta try. All you got to do is realize. What up, everybody? My name is Donald Hurdle. You better go. Come on, Don. I'm an artist, producer, and songwriter here in Virginia. All right, so theme is out with the old, in with the new. I'm gonna do an old song real quick. I'm gonna do it short, and I'm gonna do a new song, and hopefully I send the time frame in 10 minutes. This new song, or this old song, it's called "Touch My Soul." Here we go. And I do have an album online called Love and Morphine. Soul Yarn. That's next, G. Shut up. Your beauty sometimes leaves me breathless, where I can't speak. Words just escape from my mind. I just think of you and being off you like a little child. As my heart sings a lullaby, I just like la 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 la. You touch my soul, la 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 la. You touch my soul, la 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 la. You touch my soul, la 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 la. Touch my soul. It amazes me how your essence just brightens up my day. Whenever I get near you, your walk, your hair, your talk, and your eyes, everything about you. Oh, no. You touch my soul. Oh, you touch my soul. Yeah. You touch my soul, baby. Yeah. Your touch just warms my veins, worth more than gold and fame. Your touch just warms my veins, worth more than gold and fame. Your worth more. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, you touch my soul. Yeah, Baby, you touch my soul. Hey, baby, you touch my soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's for you, Taz. Oh,
Cause you know that's my song, yo.
oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Easy words, so y'all can sing it with me. La, 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 la. You touch my soul. La, 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 la. Touch my soul. La, 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 la. Yeah, you touch my soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Touch, hey, it's your walk, it's your talk, it's your eye that makes me smile inside. Your love brings it out of me. Your love just brings the love out of me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. La, 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 la. You touch my soul. La, 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 la. Touch my soul.
That thing was on my playlist for a minute.
Hey, let's go. All right, and this is the new song coming out in a couple weeks. It's called Soul Yearn. Let's go. You know I want you, and baby I know you want me. Let's change these ones, make them what we have. My soul's been yearning. I need a love like this. You already know, baby, where you got me feeling is so crazy. I feel you under my skin. Truth is, you've been touching my soul, baby. Feel it all in my veins, all in my bones when I mention your name. Yeah, you got me tweaking, geeking, feeling for your love. I can't get enough. You know I want you. Oh yeah, baby, I know you want me. Yeah, I know. Let's change these ones. Yeah, make them what we have. My soul's been yearning. I need a love like this. Feels like we read a minds, baby. We thinking the same way. We saying the same things. We even flowing in the same streams, baby. There's no way we can mess this up, especially when we know it's love. You're the only one I'm thinking of. I can't get it down. Oh, you know I want you. Oh, baby, I know you want me to. Oh, let's change the ones, make them what we have. My soul's been hurting. I need a love life. Ooh. My soul's been yearning ever since I saw your face. Ah, I ain't coming to you playing any games, babe. Said I know what I want. I know what I need. I need a love like this.
Sir.
And then, let's go.
Thank y'all.
My brother.
That's my time. Thank y'all so much.
No, oh man, that was. Where can they find you at, brother? Where can they find you?
All social media, the Donald Hurdle. And I have an album online right now called Love and Morphine. I'm also featured on a couple people's songs, Myra Smith, Young Money Young. If you listen to some stuff, I'm also playing bass guitar on some of your favorite celebrity music.
Hey, brother, before you go, I'm an old head, right? And I heard a little bit of Ruben Studdard, a little bit of Bill Withers, and I heard I heard Mr. Dave Hollister and a whole lot of you. I want to thank you, sir. You're a bad dude, man.
You
You're a
named
bad
some
dude.
of my influences, so I appreciate you for picking that up too. Bill Withers,
You're a
Curtis
bad dude, man.
Mayfield, Gerald Levert,
Yes.
Dave Hollister, Rance
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Fred
Gerald
Hammond,
Levert,
all
come
of
on,
that.
baby.
Yes.
I
Yes,
appreciate
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You put it down. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
So everybody, just one more time, let's put our hands, unmute yourselves and put your hands together for
Yes. Yes.
Blah, blah.
warmed it up for us. Warmed it up. So the mic is hot.
Yes, he did.
The mic is hot.
Woo.
And it ain't no fire coming. It's just more fire coming. Okay. So listen, we're gonna go to the next. We got two more poets and then a small little short intermission to talk over some stuff. And then we're gonna go into the open mic. And I've got 7, 8 names on the open mic. So we're gonna roll through them one piece each, hit it, and let's keep it moving. But this lady, this poet, this artist, this spoken word master teacher is a 757 Hampton Newport News, Hampton Road staple. She is one of the leaders on the verb benders, and you're gonna see why, because she bends those verbs. So please unmute yourselves quickly for me, just to say hello to Miss Steph.
That's my blood sister. That's my blood sister. Go in.
That's my friend.
Don't be nice.
Be Beyonce. I'm just kidding. Hey,
Period.
hey everyone. Happy Saturday. I just want to say shout out to everyone who's performed so far. Y'all been killing it, as I knew you all would. My name is Steph Love. I am the Slam Master for the Verb Bender Slam team in Norfolk, Virginia. I'm also a teaching artist for Arts for Learning. I teach your babies poetry in elementary school, middle school, high school. That's kind of been on hold thanks to COVID, but that's okay. And yeah, and when I'm not doing that, I'm a cat lady and I keep my ass home.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, so just want to shout out everybody in the room. Shout out the lineup. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for having me. I see, I think most of my team is in here. I see you guys. I know G's in here. G has the background. And a lot of new faces. And yeah, and a quick shout out to Marie Carter. She gave a donation to Verb Benders back in April for our 30 for 30 prompt challenge. So I just wanted to shout you out because that was really dope of you. Yeah. So, all right. So I'm just going to do a couple poems for you guys. And I feel kind of rusty because I've had a lot of life stuff going on, good life stuff going on. So I'm going to read you 3 of my current faves and we will go from there. So this first one, the great thing about quarantine and virtual things is being able to do workshops with some of your favorite poets that you might not have been able to workshop with otherwise. So I got to 2 workshops for Poetry University I did Saturday school with the Black Chakra out of Baltimore, and I also did the other Saturday school with Lady Breon, who is also out of Baltimore, and that was an all women's class. The first week we focused on anthem poems, and I realized in the almost 12 years I've been performing, I felt like I didn't really have like an anthem poem until this workshop. So this is what it is. So he says to me, if you ever want to settle down, you'll have to give this up. Like, the man of my dreams is being held hostage somewhere because I do poetry. Like, my aspirations are a figment of my imagination, and I should just give this up because his goals fell to the wayside of his fucked up life. This, meaning my craft, my best friend, a shoulder I have cried on, the opportunities that offered my voice a stage and my knowledge a classroom. Like, I don't have a list of accolades longer than his last relationship. I say, the man I will love wouldn't want me to give this up. And I'm reminded that too many times people will feel comfortable playing duck hunt with your future, laugh like that little dog that pops up when you fail to hit your target and expect you to give this up because they said game over. But don't you know that Nintendo's came with the reset button for a reason? To try again. Their doubts, my ammunition, their opinions, my 9mm, and when they talk that shit, the safety comes off and I'm shooting down their stars like they tried to do my constellations. Like this just happened overnight for me. Like my notebooks just filled themselves and I should just be done now. My dreams aren't to be slept on because their nightmares never strayed away from Elm Street. So then he says, I don't think I could be with someone like, and he kind of catches himself. And I say, like me? Too ambitious for your taste buds, a little too got it together over here for your liking, too strong-minded, too alpha, want me to be frail and dainty and a damsel in distress so that I'll need you and forget about me? If my artistry is intimidating to the man you'll be to me, then let my words be the death threat to your ego. I'm killing skepticism with winning. You want a trophy wife, but ain't about this woman being in the spotlight life. Afraid of being a shadow when all you have done is lurk behind my scenes anyway. So I say to anyone with the audacity of an eagle eyeing its prey on an empty stomach with the assumption that my talents are the reason for being single, your insecurities are showing. I suggest you cover it up so that no one sees how much of an ass you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alpha though.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta,
I
you know.
felt it too, Alpha. I felt it.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you will be met with, you know, people saying things to you, especially when you, you know, take your artistry seriously. You know, you're still working a 9-to-5. You're working your 9-to-5 to work towards your artistry and, you know, make those dreams come true. And a lot of people just say some wild shit to you, and that's kind of been my life. So shout outs to those who make really good poems. So yeah, so all right, so I'm gonna jump into this next one. This is another one of my faves. I wrote this back in April for 30 for 30. And I cleaned it up and it's just been one of my faves. So here it comes. It's incredible how they will discredit you, but will marvel at the things you've done. Doubt you along the way. Watch you go Hulk when your Bruce Banner heart gets provoked to anger, putting you at war with the machine inside of yourself. It's low-key become a real thorn in my side and my armor isn't made of iron. Man, they will push you into their own worldwide web of perspectives and hide the spiders. Man, guess they didn't know that most days I am Black Widow, mixed with Gamora, the most dangerous woman in the universe, but internally, I'm fighting an infinity war in my brain with no end game. Battling this depression and anxiety with hammer and sword, keeping myself busy like a Stark Enterprises assembly line until all that production stopped and this quarantine made me see that I'm distancing me from me, drifting further away from healing, caught by an enemy with little to no energy to be heroic these days until I'm reminded that my superpowers be resilience, coming to my own aid because I needed to love and avenge her. Blocked BS from X-Men in the midst of a storm. My vision wasn't so clear then, but this old Cyclops can see now. I got a real Hawkeye with wings like a falcon, more like a dark phoenix, rising from this pile of ash when these these flames that try to consume me. Some call this weakness, allowing the bad parts of your mind to control you, shape-shifting from superhuman to super introvert, going rogue, not wanting to be touched, scared they'll read what I'm thinking and leave me dead in a pool of my own misery, submerged in my own insecurities. It's the attack of the attacking things. I've worked with these genes to cut in the grays. There have been hard days and good ones, and I'm not sure which days I'm human or mutant. This universe is strange, and I don't need a doctor to tell me that. But maybe I'd be more victorious in an alternate universe to save myself from falling victim to a Thanos snap.
You better do that. Let's go, Marvel.
Yeah.
That's my team. Let's go, Scout.
That's shout out to any Marvel fans. I clearly am a Marvel fan. So yeah. I read a status once that said something along the lines of they get annoyed when they see poets say, well, that's that piece. And I just did that. So I just wanted to say that out loud. But anyways, before I do this last one is just a quick joint. I do want to do a quick plug, if that's okay. So as I mentioned, I'm the slam master for the Verbbender Slam team. We're getting into these virtual streets. We took the last year off. We're gonna be doing an open mic 1 month, slam the next month, open mic, slam, so on and so forth. And we are planning to have our first open mic on February 3rd. We're gonna keep our same format of every first Wednesday of the month. It will be on Zoom, more details to come. If you have any questions or just wanna reach out or maybe you wanna sign up ahead of time, you can follow me on all of the social medias. I am Stephanie Lask on Facebook. I am SL5 on Instagram and Steph_love500 on the twit. And I will put all that in the chat. I said the chat for you. But yeah, so I just wanted to make that quick announcement. Like I said, we're trying to join these virtual streets. I know it's a lot of open mics and slams to choose from, but we want to get in on it and we want to have some fun. So I do want to say for our slams, we will be offering a $50 prize for first place. So come through and kill it. And we will be taking signups for that ahead of time as well. So like I said, more information to come on that. And I'll put all the social medias in there. So, all right. Okay, so last piece. This has out of nowhere become one of my favorite pieces to do. So this is also from our April 30 for 30 challenge, prompt challenge that we did for Verbbenders. The prompt was write an open letter from the perspective of a cartoon character or a comic book character to its creator. So I wrote this from the perspective of Iago from Aladdin, and I'm gonna do my best Gilbert Gottfried voice.
The parrot?
The parrot, yes. All right. You could have made me long and slender, like the scarlet macaw you drew me after. Instead, you gave me a big belly, a big attitude, and created me as a criminal. Maybe this Polly only wanted a cracker instead of stealing gold. Took us 1,001 nights crash landing in the desert to find this diamond in the rough, only to be robbed of what we came for. And for that time wasted, I'm so ticked off, I'm molting. Why does it come to greed or saving my tail feathers? Othello's inspiration for Jafar's accomplice in crime. And maybe I just wanted a simpler life. Maybe I wanted to soar across Agrabah's skies and mind my business being a wise bird. You made me a bad influence, a snitch, and was sure to make me pay for it. No wonder why I complained so much. Gave my human phenomenal cosmic powers, then stuffed us into itty bitty living space. Got my beak stuck in the wrong business, all because I squawk too much. Why am I so loud? Oh yeah, it's because Gilbert Gottfried is my voice. Thank you, everyone.
Put your hands together and say thank you to Miss. Come on now. Give us some love.
Thank you.
Love.
Thank you. Thank
Love
you.
it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Thank you.
Hey, when I met that young lady at the New Eurekan a few years back, I knew she was special. They didn't even have to tell me of her credit or her bio. I can hear it. I knew. Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Oh, Chucky Ducky now. Watch out now. Well,
Thank
I'm
you so
fickle. Watch
much.
out now. All right.
Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you. Basically, just continue to keep that mic hot as we move down this list. Again, just so you know, right now we're gonna bring up our last feature, the headliner feature for tonight. I think she's out of the 757 area again. Like we kind of stuck there. My phone is blowing up all through the middle of the daggone show. I can't get in. I'm like, what you want me to do now? So this artist, like soulful, like I mean, she's a badass. That's just basically how I put two and two together and I come up with this is a badass poet right here. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, I love this lady. She does poetry. I don't give a daggone where I would listen. I just sit back and listen. It's just dope like that. Please put your hands together and welcome from the 757, one of the finest, Miss Taz.
Hey,
Yes, yes,
Hey,
yes,
go.
Hey,
yes,
friends.
757.
Can y'all hear me?
yes.
Didn't get the sound. All right. Hey, girl. Hey, Maddie. Hey, y'all. I miss y'all.
Wow.
Hey, Mrs. Speaker. Thank you for having me.
You got nice teeth too, and beautiful. Yes, yes.
Well, Jesus.
Stop flirting with. Hold on. Stop
Thank
flirting with
y'all for having
everybody. Get back.
No,
Thank
no,
y'all.
I don't even know how to flirt. I'm just telling the truth. She's beautiful. I mean, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Yes.
My name is Taz Way Sweet. I say stuff. I do spit poetry out of the 757. I've written a couple of books. I have a lot of kids. It's like 6 of them in this house. Only 3 of them came out of me. I work a lot. I'm really dope. I'm good people. I'm a good person. So it's out with the old and with the new. I worked all day long today. So I really didn't put a set list together. I was listening to y'all. Definitely want to say all the poets that spit tonight were dope. And y'all inspired the little 1-2 set list. So let's go. It's gonna be about Jeff. He was my mentor. He was a really legendary type of guy, cool guy, sweetheart. He passed away last year around this time, which is awkwardly around his birthday also. Also around the time that I'm writing another book, and he usually helps me with all my stuff. So it's been really emotional to put this book out, to say the least, but we're doing it. And this is the first poem that I wrote to close that book, which my next book is called The Blackberry Domino. And Jeff was supposed to see this, and he did not get to see this, but he knew about this poem. So I call it The First Last Day. The night Toni Morrison died, Janis Joplin asked her for a dance. They talked about Vietnam all night, reminisced on Woodstock and the bluest eye, Nelson Mandela and John Lennon, you know, just what it was like when their souls hit the air. And Jan whispered about how she had fought the Black man who had ducked the war. And Toni whispered about how she loved men who could never be a representation of her people. You know, The things we women talk about over playing cards and sipping tea behind closed doors and kitchen sinks, yo, that's just that on that. When revolution could be questioned because we believe everything we had been taught was a lie, or at least not science, when everything was God and we could challenge that because we ain't seen him. Too many of us don't know our daddies. Too many of us don't claim our feelings. So God became needles or basketballs or pens. And the only way you see heaven is if you kill yourself practicing for Coachella or if you almost freeze standing in 30 degrees. So Beyonce, my weed man, and poets, we angels in heaven. I imagine the Black people mingle and talk shit like Malcolm X sitting with the Kennedys over an Irish breakfast and a Muslim fast, or like Capone facing Warhol for a painting while he snickers that fruit cup better not paint him as a soup can. Basquiat chuckled because he would never, plus it make his mama mad. Respect got layers. But the truth is the truth. The universe blesses us with examples. We tend to call them legends or ancestors. We tend to call them monsters or lost. We tend to call them genius with demons. We tend to call them everything but what their mamas called them. Like, if I had prolific tatted on my face, you'd gun me down like I ain't human. Am I too prolific to be human? Well, they shoot me off my podium. Well, I die unrecognized. I'm not ashamed to say their names, but will they lift mine? I want to be worthy of sitting between Eartha Kitt and a Feeny in heaven. Ask them what bravery be about. I want to know why Marvin wasn't on Ooh Child, but at least once a week I play inner city blues on an old town road and wait for the beat to drop. Because that's when everything gets easier. Forgiveness is a virtue. Feel like I've been living in my church shoes, a muse for failure and God I fear. Failure and God I fear. Not being forgiven by those I love and being ripped of my vocal cords or the ability of my fingers to move. The night that Tony died, Janice asked her for a dance. Janice told her not to cry, to just wipe her eyes and dance furiously, because dying doesn't have to be hard, even if it is. And Alice is holding up her walker under a purple sky, waiting for them to drop the blood on the dance floor of an awkward wonderland. And so they danced and they danced, and by the end of the song, they were both screaming in paradigm. It's creation on its last breath. I think I heard it. So that's that one.
Taz, you better do it. I'm ready. Not wait.
Wow.
Stop playing with me. Let's go.
Wow.
Ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Nah, this ain't a poem about Corona. This is a poem about another coroner, and another cop. Another set of riots and some plots to win some elections by saving some hoes who don't need to be saved because they'd rather be heard than herded. On a land where the brave been knew that. Don't confuse that the backs refuse to break by God's grace from sea to shining sea. Lord forbid we lose a Target, a Honda, or an ABC. Some shit is essential, like teachers. Heal the virus with homeschooling, credentials not needed. Just heated debate and plaster smiles. Glory be to the aisles and aisles of toilet paper. Lord, may joy come in the morning under lavender sky where black mate doesn't look other race mate in the eye and ask them if they'll ride. When the flames rise to burn the swine, they in the bread basket with the biscuits buttered. The world's been mumbled. Sounds like redemption song. Call it more like a rumble, a hymn in song. Somebody still dreaming that we will overcome oppression, depression, desperation. The vacant look in the eyes of a youth that don't know what's going on, but they can see the future and fully commit to the shits. Fuck it, take the mask off. This ain't a poem about Corona. Might don't even be a poem about the coroner, or the cop. This ain't about the leaders we need or the ones we forgot. This ain't about the riots, the resistant fighters, or the cities on fire. How many of our children have seen a man die in real time? How many haven't seen a so-called slave movie or studied a man named Huey, but would indubitably die for the cause? This time it's hashtag George Floyd. 2 weeks ago was hashtag Ahmaud. The list literally goes on and on. I myself have written poems for Corinne, Sandra, and Trayvon, these cousins. So I call them by first name, claim them in chain letter to senators who don't forward. Still, I'll sign another petition. Watch friends kneel at parishioners dividing state and fate dividing race and faith dividing anger and hate. Where's the love? I took the gloves off because this is not a poem about Corona. Do not confuse pandemic and genocide. 50 million people died during smallpox in the 50s, 6 million died during the Holocaust. Or rather, we compare Black plague and transatlantic trade, like how much that dollar costs. Respect the depth of a single death and it's dead. Forget smudging the numbers. Rest assured, this is not a poem about Corona. Just feels the same because the temperature ain't changed and I don't know if there is a cure. So that's that one.
I love it. Look at you. I'm 1,000% sick of you. It's too much. Too much.
Wow. All right. Wow. Just two more. Baby. Mystery, dark horse tells no lies but lies. At every grazing time, the body knows what the heart won't believe. The mouth can't keep a secret while the eyes know the truth, but train the top lip to sneer, instead want to embrace you wholly, but you scare me. Trust that I love you beyond understanding in plain sight, like if you've ever seen me love. Can't help but to crave you. Oh shit. Can't help but to crave you, maybe even more when responsibility calls for me to shun you like summertime and I'm in wait of spring. You play with my body like picking honeysuckles and catching fireflies. You chase waterfalls and build sandcastles out of me, my flesh. But amount of time you control, possessed by eternal sunshine, mine, until the season changes, the leaves begin to fall, the ponds freeze over, mine, until you need to tend to the things that can't survive in the cold. Less leaves of residue too similar to grease. The fingerprints would tell it, so love you how. So that's that one. And then this is my last one. I definitely want to thank y'all for having me on the Zoom jank, on the Mr. Speaker show, out with the old and with the new. This is new. I wrote it like 2 days ago. I wrote it for Jeff's birthday. It's gonna now be the dedication. The opening to my next book, I call it Blackberry Domino, coming out probably really soon. I'm also the author of a book named Bite. It's on Amazon, and another book named Cocoa Blues, which is my first little baby. And I love that book. I will give it away to you if you see me somewhere. I also have a couple of little projects out streaming. Just put my name in there. Taz Way Sweet on Facebook, Love Child Poem Girl on Instagram, and thank y'all a lot. This is the last one.
Yes.
Jeff, it shook the planet of Norfolk to its knees, as some of the worst of us always knew it would. Never heard the roar of emptiness until bad haiku after bad haiku was posted, and you weren't there to call them out. That's when it hit me. You were really gone. I think now, who's an asshole enough to correct them? All they got to do is apply an element of nature, goddamn. But you're gone. So some write bad haiku or tell stories about standing so humbly in your background, while most chicks reminisce like they regret not giving you the skins, like they could have made love to a whole legend. I told you, you were a whole legend. Like, why can't you just break away from the shadows and sit with me so we can talk shop about it? I mean, I know why, but I really expected more from you. No refurbished DeLorean. Have you not figured out parallel universe? Can we finally agree that science is fiction and you're sitting with God somewhere picking his brain for the perfect descriptions in the ultimate poem about how to grieve your loss? Don't laugh at me. No, I knew you'd say that. And your voice will come to my eye ducts and pour over my cheeks, a stream of grain that tastes like salt and whispers like dust. On your birthday, all they wanted to talk about. Say hi.
Greetings, fellow humans.
What up, cousins?
Stop, I have to say the thing.
Okay.
The music.
Go.
On your birthday, all they wanted to talk about was blood and bone, quoting your pessimistic ass to the point of infringement. I don't even think you could have upset me more. Last night, in the last scene of the last movie I watched before I drifted off to sleep, the man died with his eyes wide open, his pupils dilated in a bright sky, the blue shade too familiar, as if his tears were to water that last smile. And I hope you grin, maybe even let the phrase holy shit lie beside you on the pavement. I want you to know I believe that you smiled. I pray it. Thank you. And I'm sorry about my kids. I told you it's a lot of them. Thank y'all.
It's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
That was amazing.
Hey,
That was amazing.
please put your hands together. Everybody,
It was
put your hands
beautiful,
together
Taz.
for
Yo.
Taz.
Oh,
amazing.
Taz,
Please.
That was
Taz,
amazing.
I read that piece the other day when you posted it, but hearing it in your voice just then, damn, sis.
Amazing.
I have read it, but you know what I mean? I read it, but hearing it, I love you, man.
It was
I love
beautiful.
you.
I love y'all.
Love
Yeah.
you.
You know, young lady,
That's
when she speaks, she can make the ocean blue turn red. I can see the blood. I mean, she's amazing.
Thank you,
Wow.
sir.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Thank
So
you.
Very grateful.
put your hands together for the entire lineup of poets tonight. We want to thank them all for coming out, blessing this mic, putting their hearts on display for you all night long. Just to start out, we started out with Mr. William Wawa Washington. Miss Prada came through, Sime, Don Hurdle, Steph Love, and then Miss Taz Y Sweet came in and closed it out for us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to
that's
thank
way
you all.
I said that's Miss Way Sweet. That's cousin baby love her aunt.
It's actually on my ID.
Okay, all right. And
And
everything, a
I
lot of stuff.
plugged your.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I plugged your social media stuff for you, Taz.
Oh,
You know,
thank
because
you,
all my
Nikki.
secretarial duties. That's all I got.
Go 757 baby.
Hey, that's teamwork. That's just teamwork. I see teamwork here. So also, also, if you go to Facebook to the event page and go to the discussions, you'll see all the books that Taz has. They're listed there along with her bio, along with the bio of Don Hurdle and the rest of the people who performed tonight. Go there. You can see all that information. It's posted for you because this link will close and it's gone, but you can go there and get it after the show is over. Yes. So, woo, what a night. And I just want to personally thank you all, for doing this. We're trying to stay safe. I've put together the open mic list for tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that list, pin it down. I hope the poets that signed up are still here. They are not. We're gonna keep it moving.
Mr. Speaker.
Yep.
So that we get everybody in, I would just like to tell the open micers, no long intros, because you're going to feature one day if you haven't already. Save it for the feature. Get to that piece and do it. Yeah.
Yep. So save your long intro for the feature.
Yeah, we want to hear all of you guys. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So the lineup is Miss Kim B. Miller, TikTok, Marie Carter, Lily Ain't Misbehaving, Poetic Desire, Miss Amelia T. Davis, Diva on Wheels if she's willing. We'll talk about that. Kaz is free. Complicated Passions comes in, and Jenna gonna close out. So, Miss Kim B. Miller, ma'am, if you so inclined to grace the mic, we appreciate it.
Thank you. So I'm gonna do some haikus for you guys. For those you don't know what haikus are, they're very short poems, 3 lines, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. They started in Japan only on Nature and Flowers. These are not those. These are the non-traditional Senryu. That's a whole nother subject we don't have time for. So let's get into these haiku. Sierra didn't know she had the wrong future till she started rustling. Haiku. Stop talking about cutting people off. You know your knife ain't that sharp. Haiku. If your pain runs deep, why is your response so shallow? Read that again.
Talk about it. Post some status about some bullshit. Know some real shit going on. Yes, girl. Yes.
Thank you, sis. Haiku. Let's speak truth. Some of you were a virus before Corona came out.
Yeah. Wrong way.
Haiku.
Wrong way.
Stop asking people who can't write to define you. Your blood ain't ink. Haiku. Companionship is not a solution to pain. Don't give love a job. Haiku. It takes Black mothers 9 months to make a casket.
Wow.
Preemies die sooner. And I'll end with this one. If you like what you heard, I'll put a link to my book in the chat. Last haiku. Included sometimes. Black women are like pork with the other white meat.
Oh, man. Man. Kim be killing it. She just be killing it, man.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
That shit don't make no sense. That don't make no damn sense.
Bullshit. She's snapping.
Yeah. That don't make no damn sense, man. Kim kills it every time, man.
God. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Oh my
Say
God.
some of y'all was a virus before the shit. Okay.
Hey, that was a couple. She listen. She just came in kind of as a poet laureate. She's also the champion haiku spitter at Southern Fried. So don't get it twisted. That she's a monster. She's a monster, and you got to go take that title. It ain't gonna be handed to you. You got to take it. All right. So, thank you, Miss Kim B. Miller. Next up, we're gonna have TikTok. Yeah, don't stop. You're up.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I want to say thank you, and we will kick off this piece. My name is TikTok. Don't stop. And this is called "The Party in the Sunken Place." I'm not one for confrontation, but this must be said, and I will be heard. Imposter. I've been living with you since the beginning, and it's time I finally release you. I have to release you along with my abandonment and acceptance issues. They've hindered me from being authentically me, and to my own self, I must be true. You've had me living a lie for years, trying to force a smile through my tears, consumed by my fears, lying to anyone who asks me, how are you doing? Replying with, I'm cool, I'm fine, I'm chilling, it is what it is, whatever, can't complain. Well, I can complain because my feelings matter too, but I'm just trying to save face and keep from breaking. Imposter, you gotta go. You keep me from the truth, telling me that I'm unworthy of love. That's why I'm out here constantly trying to prove it, pouring into everyone a type of love that they don't pour back into me. They don't pour into me the same type of thought that I pour into them. They don't understand this kind of empathy. They don't understand what it's like to walk in these shoes because they don't understand the power that I hold. You see, they have no idea. They are so unaware because everything that I touch flourishes. You see, I can tap into the earth's magic. You see, I help spread it. How I help these people grow, how I help them excel, how I exceed and supersede. My middle name should have been Midas because it's lit and dripping all in gold, yet I still pour all of me and my magic into these people, and I don't even save any of it for myself. Imposter, I am done with you. I have to release you. I have to leave you not only in this year or in this decade. I have to permanently detach myself from you and the demons that you roll with. You see, you're like too much coffee. Stunting my growth. This relationship is not healthy, and it's hindered me from letting who I really am shine through these gothic windows. This relationship has hindered me from growing and healing. This relationship has only brought me more drama, blood, and uneven scoreboards. Imposter, I can no longer take part in the facade that you parade when you have an outside audience. When it's just us two, you take the place of my anxiety in many faces, holding me captive in the sunken place, holding me captive and ingraining your slogan, I am not worthy. You keep telling me that I don't deserve it. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve happiness. You keep repeating that I don't deserve kindness because I'm a horrible person. You tell me that I don't deserve God's forgiveness because of my mistakes and he could never love me because I'm a fake. You told me that I am a masochist. to chase what I know is not good for me because I deserve the punishment and I keep doing that dumb shit, imposter. Stop wrapping me up in these fallacies. You play on my insecurities knowing that I want love more than anything. You give off vibes that only attracts men that aren't good for me. Provide them with everything they could need way too early. Be there before anything else and then some. Ignore the red flags because I desperately want to feel something besides numb and empty. Trick me into believing that I am as only good as my body, imposter. This has to go. This relationship is over. Can't you see how much devastation you've caused, wreaking havoc on my heartstrings? Afraid that because I wasn't good enough to be claimed by the man who created me, that I'll never be good enough for anybody. Trying to always turn lust into love or change myself to be what that person wants so they'll stay. When they want to go, I just need to let that motherfucker leave and let me go on my merry way. Imposter. We must depart, you see. I must have bid you adieu. This ain't I'll see you soon. This is goodbye and good riddance because I am through with you. I can't do this shit anymore. I can't spend my days wasting away on my bathroom floor. I can't spend another day empty and alone. I can't live with you screaming in my ear that I am weak and for relinquishing my tears and being vulnerable. I can no longer shut down when my pride and feelings are hurt, causing my vocal cords not to work. I don't know how to receive love because I'm afraid of it being snatched away from me and never returning. Imposter, you are trying to tear down all the things that God has provided for me. You are blocking blessings that He is trying to bestow upon me. You are blocking everything that I am trying to reach. Imposter, I am sick and I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired of your bullshit when you possess my anxiety to everything that you tell me is untrue, yet I still manage to believe you. We are done here. It's time I gave myself a chance at winning. It's time for me to truly grow and heal. It's time I make the effort to deal with my trauma. Imposter, I ain't following your road of suffering no more. Can't keep looking for what's already within me, what I am built for. I have to find love and joy in my craft again. Instead of adopting your false self-confidence, I have to fall in love with me because I am absolute brilliance. I am one of God's specialties. One of His rare anointed possessing these empathic poetic gifts. I must embrace what He has given me because they make up all this gorgeous, magnificent, alluring, caring, loving, creative, show-stopping masterpiece that is all of this. It is me, honey, imposter. You ain't running this show no more, lashing out at people because they don't get it. They don't deserve these bitch fits, making me believe that I'm only as good as my mental illness. I should just continue to hide under these sheets. I will no longer allow you to make me see that there's no end to this, that there's no reason to hope and wish for more. I shouldn't believe that my faith is useless. You see, believing is knowing with always out having to see, and my faith is definitely bigger than a mustard seed. Imposter, you don't even know the difference between pretend and reality, and we can no longer be because imposter, your lease is up. Fuck a 30-day notice. The eviction notice is imminent. It's time for you and all your demons to pack all of your shit up. And that's it.
Yes.
Fire. You're talking about murder, right? Hey.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Pack my shit up and leave. I mean, damn.
It's your
I thought I was
shit.
doing all right. Till I thought I was doing all right. We got to leave.
I think I need to drink after she's drinking. I need to drink.
Man. Now that's how you undress someone, without physically undressing them. Yeah.
If I would have
that was
known
amazing.
you was gonna do that to the mic, I would have put you a little later. But I'm just saying. It was like,
oh, sorry.
Crazy TikTok.
That was crazy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate you. I'm gonna send you a note because I need to link up with you to get you out some more. Also, before we go on, I want to do it because I know people coming in and out. Miss Carter, you're on deck, so just hold on one second. I got you coming right to you. Next month we have 2 shows. Next month we're going to go on the Valentine's Day. We're going to do it on Valentine's Day, the 14th. So Sunday we're going to start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's our next show. And then the week after that, on the 20th, that Saturday, we have a Black History show. So just to give you what's going on, those 2 shows are going to hit in February, the Love Show for Valentine's and the Black History the week after. Get on social media, somewhere follow, because I know we got, I'm featuring somewhere on the 12th, Jenna May, Soldier and I are spitting somewhere on the 13th. And then we got our show on the 14th. So Valentine's Black History is going to be pretty big. And there's also Miss Prada, who left early, has some of us on a big Black History show the first weekend in February. So it's a lot going on in February. February is probably the second busiest month for poetry, right behind April. I'm just saying. So just roll with it, have a good time. And then we'll be back with a whole lot of more, two more shows in March, 2 shows in March, just so you know. We have a lot of sponsors. I gave them a shout out at the very beginning. It's a women's show and it's an erotic show. And then we go into April where it's just poetry every day, darn near. So that being said, please, let's welcome Miss Marie Carter.
Hey, y'all. I wasn't gonna read.
Hey, Miss.
Hey,
Hello. That's my friend too.
Hey, Miss Carter.
I miss your face.
Miss you too. I wasn't gonna read, but how could I not? Here I am. Out with the old and with the new, right? All right. Conceived by human error, but still life-given breath of air. Baby girl, from the womb, you'd felt the tension. It was never fair. I had never mentioned how sorry I'd been that I wasn't brave enough to leave then. Yet here we are. I never really had the control I thought I had under control. Just roll with the punches, roll, don't feel, roll, oh, the droll denial, silly me, until the final straw. The straw that broke the camel's back. Always felt I was under attack. Walking quietly on eggshells in my silent hell. On the surface, nobody could tell. The Asian facade, just smile and nod. Handle your shit, you know, wipe from front to back so as to not spread infection. I kept compartments, sections, but the infection infects. It spreads where next, my body, my mind, my soul, my whole role in life. I was a wife in life, what they could see, but behind the doors, reality, my loyalty in vain, the daily fresh pain. I was so proud. I was too proud. I forgot that I should keep dry from the rain. Instead, I stood still instead of up, mask on face. I filled his cup. I kept my place. I tolerated just enough to keep the peace. I played the role, signed my soul, dated the least, but eventually, enough had to be enough. And the one I know I was, what I stand for, all that stuff came to shore. And I remembered shit. I'm sure I can handle my shit. My mama taught me real well. So I have to lead by example, give my own kids ample room to grow, to bloom. So I too will show the feathers that I hid so long ago. Head up, neck strong, mask off, here I come. Nothing but highs. Like Maya, I'll rise. I finally came back to where I'm from.
Yeah.
Woo, all right.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, with that Maya Angelou shout out. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for
killed it.
joining us,
You
and
killed
thank you for adding to the open mic. Let's go out a little further west and let's pick up Miss Lee Ain't Misbehaving.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Let's go, Lee. Out.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay. So this piece is titled, What White Privilege and Distress Sounds Like. Hi, I'd like to report a crime. There's an African American threatening my life. Oh my God, I'm afraid. I'm petrified. I think he's trying to kill me. Please send the cops immediately. Weapon? Of course he has a weapon. His melanin, he's so dark. He's just so black and big. Did he just whistle at me? He's talking to me. Stop talking to me. I fear for my life. Please hurry. What do you mean? What is he doing? He's buying Skittles. He's selling CDs. I mean, he forged a check. I think he's asleep on his couch, or is he sleeping inside of his car in the drive-thru? He's jogging. I don't know. He looks suspicious. I'm sure he has a criminal record. Hell, they all do. Our neighborhood was safe before those people came here. Go back to where you came from. You don't belong here. What's my name? It's Becky. My name is Becky. I mean, Karen. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. My name is George Zimmer. Why should that matter? His life, her life, their life shouldn't. Just know that my last name is Privilege. They're always causing problems, damn colored people. After all, I do have the protection for my complexion, so I need you to protect me. Come quick, exterminate, execute, neutralize this threat. Those people are fast runners, they might get away. He's pulling something out of his pocket. I think it's a gun. Is he going to shoot me? Over there, officer, that thug wearing the hoodie. A taser's not going to work. Get your gun. Take the knee to his neck. I mean, they're always on their knees, protesting, showing disrespect towards our country, our flag, our military. Our lives matter too. Officer, he's fighting back. You have the right to defend yourself against those hoodlums. He's breathing. Make it stop. Yes, Officer Mesley and Officer Chavin. My dog and I are safe, thanks to you. Before you know it, America will be great again, just like it was in the good old days.
You better do all the stuff. Come on, Lily. You better do all the stuff. Come on.
My God. My God.
Lily.
Ooh. Wow. Wow. Hey, Lily. I know some of us older people like myself, we really appreciate that piece. And remember that first 911 call was made against Emmett Till. Yes, yes. So I thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's an amazing, and then the whole acting and the voices and just that's a little so much theater that drew us all in. So I loved it. Yes, you go.
Thank
girl.
You got to buy her book. She don't just do eroticism. You got to buy her book. Yeah. Yes, that's the book. That's the book. That's the book.
It's hot.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Well, then go.
Thank you, sister.
So, thank you so much. So Lily, she wasn't misbehaving today, but she was giving it to us. So let me go back to the 757, at least somewhere where I first met this poet long time ago. She's dope. I have not seen her in so long, and she got the nerve to ask me, do I remember? Yes, I remember you, girl, because you're dope. And she's really good people. So please welcome Poetic Desire.
Yay. Thank you. For those who didn't know my stage name, I go by Easter also as my real name. So I am back. It's been a while. If I can only read one, this one I just wrote today. So, we'll see what y'all think. It's called Change Occurs Without Permission. Life travels a steady pace. Expected outcomes, expected days of normalcy, not expecting concerns to deal with any worries. Things appear to be a-okay. No cloudy skies of gray linger, nothing foreshadows threatening blows to happiness becoming despair. So when things seem perfect, like the ending of a Hallmark movie when everything seems to just fall perfectly into place, step back for a moment and realize that soon something small or big is bound to happen to affect your current pace and cause an unwelcome change. We all know life is never easy. When it does become easy, you still can't let your guard down. Because whether you feel you may have control over your choices, control over your life, control over what will happen, control over what you want, need, or desire, that sense of control can easily be swept away from you, like a Houdini trick, like a cloth being pulled out from under you as you strive to land back in place, yet instead may feel you're about to fall flat on your face. For that is what life does best, playing tricks on you, throwing you those fast curveballs to see how well you think on your feet, to see how well you fall and get back up, to see how well a challenge can grow you, to see how well your fears can turn into strength. This change can happen often in an instant and without your permission, without forewarning, and without hesitation. This change begs of you to think about something old, now becoming, adapting, and transitioning into something new. Your old way of life will no longer be the same. You must rummage through it like a day of spring cleaning. What old habits, old ways of thinking, old routines and expectations should you now get rid of for something even better? A new way of thinking is very refreshing. We contemplate new journeys, new experiences to enjoy. A new habit can bring about a better you, uplifting your self-confidence, encouraging you to be brave, pushing you to live healthier, inspiring you to provide your self-care. What can this change soon force you to see? What you didn't know you had to get rid of in order to welcome something more qualitative. Change can occur without permission. So when it does, grab the reins and hold on tight. The ride will get a bit bumpy, full of twists and turns, forks in the road, forcing hard decisions, but you will find your way again. Slowly and carefully, take deep breaths, analyze your life's choices, discover a new path to follow, granting permission to forge your way through to the next brighter day, to accept the hidden reason why change has happened, why life has shifted and forced you to change course. Thank you.
Woo! All right. Course correction.
Miss you all.
Yes.
Right.
A change gonna come. A change is gonna come. Yes. Yes.
Take us on that journey.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
And
So
she said she wrote that today.
yeah.
Yes, I wrote it. I
Just
wrote it.
kinda
earlier
wrote that today.
I just had to come up with something different. I had something else in mind from before, but I had to write something new as it came to mind.
Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
That's a bad poet. That's just a bad. She knows how to do her thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm gonna do real quick is share on the screen with you the sponsors that we have, and if you'd like to be
Nancy, little commercial.
Commercial
break.
Hey.
Put them up here.
Hey, this is how we pay our people. This is how we pay our people. We got to make this thing work.
Yes.
We got to make this thing work,
these
baby.
Messages. We'll be
We're not playing.
right back.
We're not playing. So Kazukian is a podcasting organization. You can do things, mortgage reviews, web design, and creative options. So hit them up if you feel so inclined. Those are our sponsors. We love them. We love all those who came out. And yeah, that's where we are. We love it. It's good. So back.
It's almost finished.
Look, I'm all over this daggone. All right. So once I learn how to work Zoom, we're gonna be really good. No.
No.
So
I am not.
So next, we're gonna go down south and we're gonna visit Miss Amelia T. Davis. The mic is yours.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Let's
Hey,
go,
Shay.
Cornelia.
Hey.
Forgive the scar. You see it? That's what happened. That's the surgery, lady. Okay, so they said no talking, so let me get into this right quick. It's called 2020, Truly a Bitch. Since we're saying goodbye and hello, so I can't remember a year so many desire to see the end of. I will remember it of great pain and strife. I lost a great deal in that year of the horrific 2020. I saw dear friends die. I had a great personal loss. My ex-husband may have had a lot of problems and issues, but he was my life mate for over 30 years. Nothing can ever erase the years we saw together, no matter how he may have treated me. He was still ultimately my husband. I still have deep, searing pain when I think of his death. My greatest fear, now realized. I loved him dearly, and I once had him on a pedestal. Yes, he fell off of that in a giant way. How do you stop loving someone after 30 years because you have realized they were flawed? I suffered much trying to obtain a surgery I desperately needed. Doctor after doctor playing games and allowing me to suffer. I never believed that folks who took an oath would ever be so absolutely cruel. My own son came in on New Year's Day acting a fool, then closed it out the year in the very same way. He just continues to bring heartbreak and disrespectfulness into my life. I finally had to say a final goodbye to my own son. Truly a knife in my heart. Set him in God's hands. He was his before he was mine. Unfortunately, an end to who was my greatest love. Cutting that cord from now on. A end that is so absolutely depressing. I saw insanity across the United States, hate flooding the streets, prejudice crossing every corner, death reigning as the blood flowed from the innocent. A new disease called COVID 19, wiping out so many in its path, forced to wear masks and gloves. Stay 6 inches away or you'll be 6 feet underground. Wash your hands constantly. Use sanitizer. Clean everything from top to bottom with bleach. Government slow to act, causing unnecessary deaths. Jobs deleted. Social distancing a new phase. 45 showed his true colors of being an evil, corrupt demon, spreading hate, division, disease, humiliation, and death across the nation, snatching children from their parents' arms at the border, placing all Latino Hispanics in concentration camps of the new order. Black folks could not find peace or protection in their own communities, homes, jobs, or vehicles. Death flowed constantly and completely within the Black lives. No justice, no compassion. What a sick, disgusting, cruel, vicious, violent, mean, disrespectful, and bitch ass year was 2020. Satan was extremely active in this year, bringing hell on earth to so very many. I know that I was thoroughly saddened and depressed by all the hate and death. We all cried a river of tears throughout the entire year. So much destruction, so much pain, so much death. Please, dear God Almighty, don't ever bring another year again as we saw in 2020. Pour your rainbow over our nation of love, light, justice, peace, and harmony of its citizens. Restore our nation to healthy, compassionate, loving, unified citizens, bringing a new day, a new dawn, a new year of positivity and blessings. Much love to you, my dear Lord, for keeping me and so many others safe and healthy. I pray all in my Savior's name, Jesus, Yeshua. Goodbye forever, 2020. May we never see another year like you again. Musings of Amelia T. Davis, aka Poetical Angel Queen, and peace.
Ooh, thank you very much. And we second that. Second the motion.
Amen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, 2020
Wow.
taught us a lot. Taught us a whole lot.
Yeah.
You cute
Our
as
deepest,
hell.
our deepest condolences, Amelia. Yes.
Thank you, William.
Yeah, and so if you like that commercial, you're gonna love this one. All right, so
Give it to me.
commercial leads. Here we go. So these are the shows we have coming up. I got the February Love and Black History, March celebrating women in erotica. We got a slam, a writers conference, and Serenades are gonna be in April. We go on out, but hey, just stick with us. We got things coming up. Again, we list the sponsors, cash apples if you need to. Just trying to show you a little love. We are here trying to do this thing for poetry. All right.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Come on with the commercials.
Oh, well, yeah, we gotta make this money. So now listen. I have a poet, I have a brand new poet here that she is she's nervous because she thinks y'all eat people. You know, she thinks y'all are not the beautiful, loving, receptive people that I know you all to be. And so I'm saying that because if it's your first time, it's a little bit of, you have a little bit of fear and anxiety, and I want to put that down. See, this is a time when you really, as a beginning poet, you could turn your video off and do this thing and nobody can see you, or you can go ahead and spit. You're at home. So just think if you had to stand up inside of a venue somewhere and do this. So please, I want this to the audience, everyone, we want to make this young lady feel at ease with giving us her heart. So I want you all to unmute yourselves and give us a loud cheer for Miss Diva on Wheels.
You better go, Miss Diva. Do it, girl. You better come on. You got the wheels roll out. Let's go back. We got you. Hey. Let's go. More fire.
I know you're gonna be good because you and my mama have the same name, Diva.
Now she's really nervous.
And we love it. You better do it. We supporting you. Let's go. Battle got you.
You're gonna be good, girl. It's okay.
Over Zoom. You can't be nervous now. We family. Stop. Do the thing.
All that black girl magic, girl. Come on, sprinkle it.
I gotta tell us their phone.
They didn't sprinkle black girl magic on you, so you got to go now. Come on.
Better.
Be ready.
It's too dope. I'm excited.
She weak.
You got this, girl.
It's your time at the Apollo, man. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Embrace the love. Embrace the love we got. Let's go.
That's shy. I mean,
You gonna unmute?
that's shy Venus.
Diva on Wheels, you good? Come on.
Tell her tap the screen so she can see how to unmute herself.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Yes.
Give me a few minutes. Go to someone else real quick. Give me a few minutes, but I'll be back. I promise.
Okay. Okay.
Complicated passion. I'm gonna kill you after this.
Oh, don't hurt me. I got life insurance though.
I'm gonna kill you. Trust me.
All right. So I really didn't want you to go after this lady because she's a monster. You don't want to be. But, all right. So up next is Miss Cass is free.
Oh, that's not free. Let's go, Cass. Let's go, sweetie. Cass is free. You better do it.
Before I even do the poem to Miss Diva on Wheels, I'm gonna say this: everybody that you heard tonight, that was amazing because everybody was amazing. Everybody had a first time. You know what I mean? Everybody had a first time that they did something, whether it was in front of like a humongous crowd or just 20 or 30 people. So you got it whenever you're ready to come back. You got it. Trust me, because everybody had a first time.
And Cass, can I ask something? Let me ask something, Cass. And Miss Diva on Wheels, and that's to everybody out there. Listen, one thing I know to be true, we want you to be you. We don't want you to be Taz. We don't need another Kim B. Miller. We don't need another Kim Washington. We need you, the authentic you. Tell your story about what you were given. Everybody out here thinking that you got to mimic somebody. No, mimicking somebody's gonna get you muted. I'm just saying, do you. Okay, so I don't need you to be who somebody else you saw spitting somewhere else. Do you, girl. Let's go.
That's right, you got this, sis. All right. So this is probably the newest piece that I have written. So out with the old and the new. Boom.
It's about to murder this. Stop playing.
What are you saying? All right. Question while doing laundry. Is it just me, or do all colors bleed when mixed with white? Like, maybe this is where segregation began. The idea that there needed to be separate water fountains, pools, schools, the fear that mixing whites with coloreds might cause something to die, to sully. Have you ever seen the splatter of black blood on white sheets? It's an unforgivable stain, the way that black can bleed rosewood red just for mixing with white. No matter how many reparations you attempt to make to scrub it away, the blemish remains there, visible, hung out to dry on a line on the tree in Tulsa. It's agitating enough watching them try to rinse the blood off of their hands, but there ain't enough soap to clean the stains made from being beat down with their arms and hammers, trying to gain our composure long enough to deter gents of the court from letting our killers get away with it. All the while we are sick and tired of them getting away with it. White men who pick slaves and force them to pick cotton, force them to choose between living in captivity, soiled and sick, or dying free, bathing eternally in the depths of the Atlantic. But here's the spin, how they whitewash such a dark history, like the fabric of this nation wasn't founded on this type of dirty laundry. And I promise you, no matter how many times you try to wash it, it doesn't dry clean. You can't bleach bias and bigotry, splash away the stench and stain of systemic segregation. Oppressors traded in white sheets for blue because the blood blends in a little better. Gave us the option to trade in chains for cuffs or nooses for neckties, cotton, of course. So today we are still drained, feeling washed, dried up, still overloaded and folding from the pressure of trying to stay clean. Place that sees us as dirty, hampered by the same wrinkled systems that laundered our heritage from our ancestors, the same wash, rinse, repeat pattern of racism for close to 5 centuries. And so as I stand there staring at the washer, I had to ask, at what point will this cycle end?
Yes, new shit. Yes.
Wow. Hey, sister. Hey, sister, I was going to do my laundry tomorrow, but I'm only going to do the colored clothes. I ain't touching them white clothes. Thank you, man.
You cannot bleach.
I'll do them next week.
You cannot bleach bias and bigotry. Goodness gracious. That line right there.
Woo! She was amazing, man. Wow.
Woo. So that's why she's on Verbin. All right.
Amen. Amen.
All right. So let's go out west. We're getting down to the last two. If I've missed you, you have a minute or so to inbox me if I missed you and you wanted to speak. I do apologize. Hit me so I can get you warm. I'm down to the last two that I know of. So we're going to go out west and we're going to bring in Mr. Complicated. passions.
Good evening, everyone. I want to say hello to Diva on Wheels. I met her in 2015. Well, I didn't meet her. She saw me perform in 2015 in Houston. And then I moved to Houston and lived for a couple of years. And she became a friend. She became a fan. And one time she came out to an event and she couldn't go upstairs. It's called the Best Little Poetry House in Houston. So I came downstairs in the restaurant and I gave her a feature right there in the restaurant. So it went something like this. She was a love poem and didn't know it. So I began to write her down my understanding she needed to feel this way. Her private time would be me tasting her emotions, those hidden thoughts knowing she needed my affection. I could never say no to doing it again. So I slept with poetry last night. Caressed her surrender like a dream came true. Had my emotions taken by pleasure to hear her affectionately whispering, Samuel Rain, you're a freak. If she would take me deep, I had intentions of never letting go. Her wordplay was my submission. No options given. I only needed my pen to go all in. One word, next line, scripting this dope rhyme. You see, I slept with poetry last night because she made love to my mind. Yes, she's dark girl magic. It wasn't her appearance I fell into thinking this what makes me. She was that dare I needed, I had to. She spoke her mind and I don't mind the inner beauty moves me. I could taste the hunger. After all, she's temptation. If only she knew my emotions. Dark girl, I'll be loving you like a blind man would do. Every line curves too while painting my imagination. You see, I close my eyes when I hold you, my wanting embrace, discovering the goddess of my temptation. Let me caress you in anticipation of your desire. Know this, as I trace you to wet, picture this silhouette, matching every part of you. Like the wind finger painting my affection, your body becoming my canvas, from thought to perfection, as I love the skin you're in. Thank you.
Daniel Rain, that was dope.
That boy nasty. All right. Thank you, Mr. Complicated Passion, Samuel Rains. Thank you for that. I will ask Miss Diva on Wheels if you want to do one, or we're gonna go ahead and close it out. You gotta come off mute back.
Uh-oh, dead air.
You're still muted. Oh, there you go.
That was Mama Oladeji.
Go ahead.
This one is called Diva God. Proof like smoke. Today's rubbish floats. Floats in the sea for others to see. I'm letting go so I can grow. Because I want to flow so I can eventually grow. Shine bright like a diamond. Glisten like the sun as I listen to the wind. I want to bend I should not. If my place is the top level I shall achieve because I believe in me, you see, because I'll reach my destiny. Sit back, take a ride as you watch this Diva God.
Yeah.
Nice, Diva.
Go,
Diva.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, Diva.
Thank
You
you
did
for
this.
sharing.
You did it. You did it, girl. You did it, girl. All
And then
right.
it was motivational. And encouraging on top of that. Yes.
Very inspirational. Thank you.
Thank you, Diva.
Cast with the big words.
Come on,
It was
3
all
syllables.
That, girl, all of that.
That's fine. But yes.
Yeah, she does throw around big words, doesn't she? That's all right.
There was motivational, inspirational, aspirational. You was killing all the ationals.
Thank you.
Educational.
All right,
Thank you, everybody.
ladies
It
and
was
gentlemen.
good, girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to our last speaker of the evening. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Jenna Main, Soldier.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
All
Y'all
right.
know I love y'all. Bomb, bomb. Y'all know I love y'all. All the stuff.
Let's go.
And on May.
All right, I'm gonna say stuff. I'm gonna read poems. They said no intro. I follow rules, man. Praise God. Love y'all. Found the poem though. All right, I will keep editing this poem. Black bodies be cast iron against asphalt. Whether pouring pancake batter or we pour pancake and battered under unnecessary force upon the pavement. They cracking more than eggs. A few heads. No need for grace, we holy enough our good. Dead, we are mourning. Dew, joy, fed. Scrambled hashtags, the same what's for breakfast, always smell like unrest on simmer racism, on the back burner boiling, that melting pot again smell like a setup, like corrupt public service partnering with politicians to set us up. Case closed before the cuffs, case closed before the cuffs, crooked eyes over easy, straight cut us, spades, they set us. 12 steps behind our habit, divided by too many. How I got overs, now we 6 feet under. Take the math backwards. I said 12 steps too many. How I got overs, now we 6 feet. They set us, always talking across the boardrooms. They cut us out of opportunities. A fair trial, as American, as unpaid leave, as pie. They cut us like the crust of our country. Like apple pie, we are orchard from Eden. We are stolen recipe ownership in the receipts. Our ancestors couldn't read contracts, follow the misrepresented 2 cents, track the cons, count the coins, on and on. We broken, spinning on the whims of bigots or the record, for the record, under the needle, discriminate litigants quick to acquit murderous intent against the innocent. Now you know that good old boy ain't me. Allow the entrance of another black family crying and carrying on in the courtroom. Allow the evidence to be misrepresented in such a way that it gets dismissed on all charges, on the charges of systematic, justifiable murder in the instance of innocent system. How do you plead fifth as expected, as loudly as privilege, as loud as a white voice, you know, the one that's able to speak for themselves in the precinct even after the camera phone is covered up, you know, a voice that's able to speak after questioning, you know, if we were to expose those body cams naked, the evidence, so black and white, the evidence, would you notice the color you say you can't see, or are we standing outside of the chalk outlines blind still? Truth ring, I mean, beep, beep. Another perp said loud as a dog whistle attack, insert black Scooby snack, the suspect's fear, conditioned response. Cue the black family back in the courtroom, standing barefoot against the asphalt, eye to eye frying bacon, cooking the color out, our community. I said our reunions need a medium well, stakes ain't rubber. I said we've been witnesses worn into silence. Be here just for a moment, don't need you to give us any shots. Said we already been holy enough. Lord knows my spirit just listening for acquitted to only be followed by outrage, then forgotten. Hey, how we say we so justice hungry, then forget we hungry. Bang, bang, is that your stomach? Or is that another, or is that just another one on the news? Said we don't need no more shots. We already holy enough. Thank you. Yeah.
Dang.
Woo, woo.
My God.
Bomb.
My God. Woo.
Editing that. It would be.
What'd you say, man? You said we broken. Oh my God. That says so much. We broken. That just says so much, man. Oh man.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
That analogy.
go ahead, Mr.
the whole-
Washington. Go ahead.
No, I just want to thank everybody who came out tonight and showed up and showed out. You guys make poetry what it's supposed to be, man. You make that spoken word sing to the highest mountains, man. I thank you. I love all of you guys. Thank you.
And I want to say shout out to the people, the people just came out. We love you, love you, love you. Mr. Charles Holden, one of my dear beloved fraternity brothers, TikToks, Marie Carter, Jacqueline, who another monster on the mic, Miss Madeline Garcia, Shy, I see you. Thank you so much. Kim B is famous up here, y'all, and she just gonna slide through like she ain't regular folk. She's high class. That's high cotton. She gonna slide through complicated passions. She gonna beat me up for that one. Diva on Wheels, love you, love you, love you. Thank you. Mr. Hurdle, thank you. Miss Emil T. Davis, who's not feeling well but came out anyway. Genesis, I see you, brother. Thank you for coming through. It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. I mean, people that I did Easter, I did poetry with you in the streets way back in the 757. I'm like, if you came out, I'm like, girl, you've been missing on the scene, at least as far as I know. I'm glad you do your thing. Get back in there.
Right. Thank you. I missed you all too. I know it's been a very, very long time, but I'm glad to try to be back.
Get back in there, girl. Your voice. That voice is too powerful not to be heard. So do your thing.
I mean, I haven't stopped writing. I still have a lot that I can share. A lot of good ones I can't wait to share.
There you go. There you go. We're gonna be here. Rose Gold came through. I got Miss Toya Gore. A lot of people. I don't want to miss anybody, but I love you all. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate the poets for putting your heart on the line. Yes, 2020 was tough. If we don't get our head together and get our act together and get our hearts in the right place, don't think that things are going to just have to improve because it's 2021. They don't. They got to improve once you improve your heart, and then you improve your goals and you improve the people around you. So let's all be positive impacts to make 2021 better. That's Mr. Speaker.
Hey, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Speaker, but let us all not forget to thank you. Mr. Speaker, man, we love you. We thank you for everything you're doing for us, man. Come on, y'all.
Much.
Yes.
You better talk about it. I ain't even had to mute myself. I was already ready. Y'all hit a fan in the background.
Appreciate this platform. You didn't do that. You had commercials and everything. You
I do love the commercials. That was such a nice little added touch. Like, because you can't necessarily do breaks for virtual events. So it was a nice little, let me run, like
this is official. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I am
on TV. Come on. We on TV over here. Let's go. What? Flew out.
We on Bounce TV right now.
We on Bounce. You better do it.
TV right now.
We on Get TV. Let's go.
Mama Daisy, I see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming out. Hey, you all, we only let Gentleman out on certain days because he's out of
Hey, I know all y'all. Don't you do that? I know what? I'm coming back. I'm fluid in. Camera on. What?
All right. Hey. So,
for the invite,
this is love.
Thanks for coming, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Who a lot of my old friends. Mama Odeji.
Mama, go ahead.
Mama O. Hey.
The first people that ever sent me their books are Gentleman and Samuel Rain, and it's been a long time since I heard from you all. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. All the poets were phenomenal. I really enjoyed it because I'm a poetry fanatic, and I heard some real poetry tonight, and I am so thank you for the invite.
That's so sweet.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Mama. Appreciate you coming out and hanging with us. It's most of us, we love poetry. We have to express ourselves. Things don't get right until poets get real. When we get real and spit the truth, we start the ball rolling. So we get 2021 fixed. We need to spit the truth. Let's go with it. Okay, shoot. WW, thank you. Sam.
Right on, man. Right on. Black power, baby.
G,
Yes.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Good night, y'all.
Bye. Great show. See y'all later.
Thank you, Taz.
Thank y'all for having me.
Y'all murdered. Y'all murdered tonight. Thank you so much. I said, Joe, they're gonna do a fire ass show, and they came to do the fire ass show. I knew y'all was gonna do a real shit. I was over here. Look, I was asking. I was like, yo, watch. I think about this. He was like, all right. I'm like, no, you don't even know who Don is. What? Don about to sing and stuff. What? I was.
That's my song. Y'all just don't know.
No.
was on my playlist for so long. I called him about it and everything. Then he got this little live interlude on it. That is my CD. Look, let me get off the thing. Bye.
Yeah, Lily,
Love y'all.
Lily is the Black Mae West. She got to show some bosoms and do some poetry. Yes.
Come on,
Yes.
bosom. And poetry. Yes, for the bosom.
And I put on the good bra. And I wore a good bra tonight because you know.
Hey, Kim
You
B.
gotta do
Miller.
it. What?
The Boom Boom Room. Yeah. Kim B. Miller. Lily. Yes. Yes. Y'all was great tonight, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
everybody was fantastic.
Genesis, what up? Lovely. I see you, baby. Ass up. That's stuff. I see y'all wet. Southern Friday, 7-5 fam. I love y'all wet. I see you. Lily came out here wet. Talk about it. Ooh.
I'm gonna see my woman. I'm getting ready
I had to pull
That's
up.
right. Okay. What's up, brother? All right.
Love to all of y'all. What's
You know what I'm
up,
saying? It's been like I haven't written a poem in I don't know how long. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I got bars though, but
And do. Bro got albums and projects and situations. You know what I'm saying? I be my friends be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Take care, y'all. I'm going to see Ling Ling at the Chinese restaurant. That's my girl.
Oh,
all right.
yikes, you better do it. You better take out.
Care. God bless.
Good seeing y'all again. Take
Good
care.
night.
Yeah,
Hey, Miss Gore. Miss Gore.
Yes.
I'm gonna call you after this. I need to talk to you about something, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mama, thank you. Appreciate you for coming out.
I have to say that I was
Diva.
nervous.
Diva, don't worry about that. You did your thing. You did your thing, Diva.
We all were nervous, Diva, and you did it.
I was nervous too.
Me too. You better do it.
Yeah.
How do you
Every
get past
time.
the nervousness?
You don't.
You keep doing it. You don't. It's a part of it.
On your stuff.
Practice.
I write, but I'd rather write than actually perform it. So this was actually my first time, and I'm like, oh.
But you did.
Oh, you were awesome.
People need to hear you.
That was your first time? Like, for real? Oh, my God.
That was
Like,
my
that was
first
really...
time actually performing it. So I was not prepared.
But you did it, though. Hey, look, our friend George from the venue always asks a question after somebody goes on for their first time. And the question is, so you went on, you performed in front of people for your first time. How do you feel?
Honestly, I feel good, but I have to get out of my own way. I mean, if you can understand it, I have to get out of my own way. I have to get past my own fear.
We all do.
Yeah. Because you guys are so good and so skilled, and I'm like, the baby.
I didn't start out like this.
But
Eva,
none of us started like this.
My poems weren't meant for spoken word. I only wrote them, but listening to people, you get inspired and you find your voice and you come up with those other poems that do sound like the spoken word. So it takes practice, and you can still read the poems you do write, but we all have been in your place. I was even
that was what
been so long I've been back.
That was one of the things that Complicated Pastors told me. He was like, look, girl, if you don't do it now, you will never do it. I'm like,
but
let me tell you something. Dr. King said we all came on different ships, but we all on the same boat. So we all came and had different journeys and different paths to get here, but we all in this thing together. You know what I'm saying?
So much.
We all in this thing together. We all have the same voice that deserves to be heard. So I'm so glad that you overcame the fear that you had and the anxiety that you had.
And I was performing so much that I would make Mr. Speaker up there think he's gonna be like, damn it, can she just not?
No.
Can she just not?
You did
well. She just not ask me to perform? Can she just put a sock in and I'll be like, well, hell, you opened up the can, so here we go. Thank you.
Good.
Glad you did it. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate it. Thank you. And please come back and do it again. Come on, somebody.
I will. As a matter of fact, I have a piece for the next time already.
All right.
Good.
Better
That's what
do
I'm
it.
talking about.
Come on.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I appreciate
I'm
you
gonna
all.
set it on
See y'all later, y'all.
Love
Bye.
you.
Good night.
Love
Good
you.
night. Bye, y'all.
guys. Nice to see you, Easter. I'm so happy to see you.
You
Nice
also,
to
yes,
see
most
you,
definitely.
so happy.
All of y'all. Thank y'all.
All right,
James,
folks.
my
Good
brother,
night.
I just want to let you know that I appreciate you inviting me. Y'all are absolutely great. I
Thanks, Chuck.
thoroughly enjoyed the evening.
Thanks, big bro.
All right.
Come on.
Make sure I know the next time I'll be there.
All right. Thanks, big bro. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.